Tests are one of the most reliable means we have to measure an employee's knowledge, because unlike videos or articles that have no good means to measure viewership, we do receive individual submissions for tests. To create a test, simply go into a folder, right-click, select Google Forms, and create and share. Once you do that, you'll get a blank template. If you know you're going to create a quiz, please go over to Settings, Quizzes, make this a quiz, and determine your settings for things like making sure that the employee will receive the results afterwards. Now, to save us some time, I have a testing example already prepared for us. Here, I've given it a title, I've offered a description, and I've created one of each question type. To demonstrate the question types, or if you would like to review what you've created at any time in test creation, go over to the eyeball, click Preview, and this will show you what the recipient would see once they receive the test. First up, we have the option for a short answer, which will limit the number of words you can actually type into this. Next is a paragraph style, which won't limit you. There is also a multiple choice. There is a multiple answer. There is a drop-down option, a linear scale, a grid option for single submission, a grid for multiple submission, and the option to advance to a section contingent on the answer. So, for example, say the answer to this question, did you go to Hawaii in 1999, was yes, then it would prompt the respondent to go to this section and reply on how it was with a response. Or if the answer was no, to see this response instead. To briefly talk about the settings for each of these questions, when it's time to create your question, click the Add Question button, and the drop-down option will appear for the different question types. So for example, if I wanted to create a short answer question, I click short answer and type in my question. Something two, let's use multiple choice as the example. If there is a correct answer for the question, click Answer key. Designate the point value. I recommend that the point value is always set to 1, even for stratified questions. That way, it simplifies the whole creative process. Then select the correct answer and click Done. If this is a required question that the respondent has to answer before they can advance to a new section or submit their quiz, then make sure you select Required. The other questions I think are pretty self-explanatory by the preview that you saw earlier. But should you have any questions about how these are going to look, again, I highly recommend that you simply select Preview and take a look to make sure, say, for example, that you got your rows and columns correct. Lastly, when it comes to these contingent questions for multiple choice, like if you select yes, then it will show you a different section. For that, all you have to do is type in a response like this, go over here to where it says continue to next section, have your section already created. To do that, add section. And then select where you'd like it to go. Like that. That's all. And those are all the question types.